Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is Wednesday. I'm super excited. It's Wednesday, November 12th. Today is going to be so much fun. Okay, I have my video right now. Then I'm off to Boston Pizza to meet the lovely ladies in my stamp club, with some of them, the ones that are coming to the lunchtime session. And then I'm coming home to pop onto a Zoom call with my team and we're going to view that new catalog that goes live in January. Oh my gosh, we get to see it. This is a perk of being a demonstrator that I love the most. We get to see the new stuff, right? So today's the 12th, we get to see it today. And then on the 18th, just 6 days from now, we're gonna be able to pre-order from that. Oh my gosh, that beautiful catalog. And then, so we're getting ahead of the game so that we can get prepared for classes and events and different things in January. So January 6th, the catalog goes live for customers. But if you want to be a demonstrator, it's always the best deal to buy the starter kit, right? And you get all of these extra perks when you join. Hello, Sharon from Minnesota. Hi, Alexina. Good morning to you. Hi, everyone that's popping in. Hello, Darby. Yes, so it's a super exciting day for me and my team and all demonstrators. My friends who are in Vegas right now, my other Stampin' Up! Leader friends, they're enjoying a great time and I'm loving their photos. And I keep telling them, please post, keep posting all your photos. I love seeing them. So if you're one of those beautiful ladies or gentlemen, there's a few guys down there too. We're having fun in Vegas. Thank you so much for sharing and taking us along with you. I bought the virtual version, so I cannot wait until December 9th so that I can start watching those videos and enjoying the presentations. Some of my stamping friends are presenting and I'm super excited. I'd love to be there to cheer them on. Okay, so let's see here. Do you guys have any questions for me this morning? Good morning, TJ. Yes, exciting day. She puts in capital letters. You're excited too, TJ, to see that catalog? Yes, absolutely. Krista says 33. I'm not quite sure. I missed what that was. 33. I don't know what that means. Someone must have asked a question or something. Hi, Joan. Why is there a new catalog in January, Sharon? Because you know what? It's our next mini. So the current mini that we have is our September to December mini, right? Where is mine? Mine's right here. This one here is our mini. We have 2 mini catalogs every single year. So this is the one we have right now from September to December. So that means there's a new one coming in January, from January to April, okay? So we have 2 minis, and then we have the annual catalog that comes out in May, which is all of our is our thicker, bigger catalog that has like everything, like all of our cardstock, our inks, our other things, right? So we've got a lot of products to choose from, and it's always good to see a brand new catalog. So that's going to be on a PDF form today, and you for demonstrators, so you can see that online. Okay, I have a fun card to share with you today, and there's going to be, today we're going to play with something really fun, I think anyway. We're going, Jennifer says, is it 1 p.m. yet? I know. Me and the ladies are going to be at Boston Pizza, and we won't be done by 1 probably, but we're going to be, I can bet we're probably going to be peeking on our phone. But when I come home at 4 p.m., I'm going to go live on the Zoom call with my team, and I want to see them and see what their reaction is. And I love, like, I don't see everything in the catalog, and some of the ladies on my team are like, oh my gosh, look at this, and we point stuff out. And it's like being in person at an event, right? When you go to a Stampin' Up! Event and they give you the catalog, everyone is buzzing and flipping through the pages and talking and oohing and awing, and it's like Christmas all over. Okay, so let's flip the camera. We're gonna make our own specialty DSP is what I titled my video today. We're gonna make one, make this ourselves. Lori says, I tried to find the new mini catalog, but I'm unable to find it. It's not released yet. It's released today at 1 p.m., Lori. Yeah, so don't look anymore until 1 p.m. Yeah, and if you're a demonstrator, always call demo support if you're ever wondering about specific things and you can't find them on the website. They are amazing people. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's a mini. Oh, Jennifer or Krista says typo. Okay. All right, 33. I wasn't sure about that. 33 was a good year. 33 years old, I mean. Let's see here. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Annika. Annika says I'm 66. Are you telling our ages on here this morning? Oh, you're funny. Okay. Hi, Bonnie. Hello, Elaine from Dallas. Hello, hello. Okay, let's get started. Hello, Jen Jen. There's our friend Jen Jen. Okay, it's good to have you with me. Thank you for being here. Shelly is here as well. Okay, we're going to flip the camera. We're going to do some stamping today. Of course we are, right? What else do you do? Every day we stamp, right? I got all these stamps on blocks on my table here, and we're going to get right into it here. Let's flip the camera. Hi, Jean. Good morning. Okay, we're flipping. And there's my backyard. It's a little bit overcast here today. Let's put on my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. That's always a good thing to be able to see. Okay, we're playing with Brush with Beauty. Oh my gosh, the entire suite is stunning. I don't even know how else to describe it. Let's see. Hi, Diane. Hello, Jennifer. Hi, Steve from Spokane. Steve, are you a demonstrator? Are you a stamper? I'm curious. Welcome to my video here today. I'm just going to get started here. So the Brush with Beauty Suite, that's the item code. If you live in Canada, we do love you, Jen Jen. Oh, and we miss you when you're not with us. We miss all our friends, right? So thank you for coming back, Jen Jen, this morning. Hi, Renee. Hello, hello. Okay, so let's get started. So I got all my, look at all the stamps we're going to play with today. All of these are on our block, on my blocks. And we are going to play with the stamps and make a card. Can you guess what colors I'm going to use? We're going to veer away from the suite and the designer series paper, which is stunning, by the way. I've made 2 cards with it Monday and Tuesday this week. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to bring in a Melon Mambo. Yes, we have to. We have to. I need my Melon Mambo fix. So we're going to, this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. And here we go. We love Jen Jen so much. Jen Jen, you know, she is so good to me. She is such a wonderful friend. Often she will put the item codes on the screen for you guys. Yesterday she asked me if I wanted her to do that. And I'm like, you know what, my friend? I think you should relax and enjoy the videos and just visit, and you can post whatever you want. If you want to put item codes, Jen Jen, go right ahead. I am welcoming you to, you know, every time you comment on my video here, you're probably helping someone. So if you would like to do that when I show new things, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. But honestly, I just want you to enjoy the video. And we love having you here. Okay, so we got a Melon Mambo card base. Then we're going to bring in basic white 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to do some stamping. But I need a piece of grid paper. Now this is grid paper that I've chopped a little piece from, and use both sides, so save your grid paper. We're going to do some 2-step stamping, okay? The first part of this making your own designer series paper, we're going to do 2 steps. So when I was making my card yesterday, if you watch, you'll see there's 2 steps to each bloom. And maybe it's easier to show you on the packaging. So here's a 2-step stamp that goes together. These 2 go together, these 2, as well as the leaf. So I'm totally in love with this. So this is what we're going to run with today. And we're going to use Melon Mambo, and we're also going to use Granny Apple Green. Okay, I've got them open here. And so what I want to do first, I'm going to do the outline first. No, you know what? I think I'm going to do the background. You can do either or, so we're going to switch it up today. So here's the solid one, the big one. I'm going to ink it up with my Melon Mambo. I'm going to stamp on my grid paper first, stamp it off so we get a lighter image, and then I'm going to stamp onto my piece. So you see we're getting like a light, the 2-tone effect. So we'll do that again. We're going to try and fill this up as much as we can. Okay, so stamping off, we're going to put one down here. This is random. You don't have to follow a specific pattern. Let's see, we'll do one more. Stamp off and then stamp right here. We've got light flower blooms going on here. So let's do that with this one as well. So we're going to stamp off and Oh, Steven says, yes, first year anniversary. Well, happy anniversary, Steven. So lovely to meet you. So excited you could join us. Okay, so we're going to stamp on here. We're stamping this one off, and we're going to stamp maybe another one right here. And we can keep going. You can fill this up however much you want. Okay, so let's do another one right there. And let's bring that big one back in again. So I'm doing the backgrounds first, and I'm doing them in second generation. Some people call this technique. So stamp off and then stamp on here. Okay, so now I'm done with my grid paper. I can get rid of that because we're not going to do second generation anymore. We're going to do first generation with the detailed stamps. So when you do two-step stamping, you're going to have your background, and then you're going to have the finer detailed one. So let's do the big guy first. And I'm going to say something, and I hope you find this funny and not offensive, but I look at my stamps and I find something funny or something that stands out. And to me, this big bloom has, okay, you ready for it? I think this is like a bum here. This is like a bum, okay? We're not going to say butt crack. I said it, but this is a bum. So we're going to line up the bums, okay? Let's line up the bums and do this. Humor me. Okay, so we're going to line up the bums. Here we go. We got a bum right there. We're going over top of that bum. Let's do the Mellow Mambo bums. Hot pink bums. We got hot pink bums happening. Oh, look at that. Okay, so here we go. I think I see a bum over here. Let's line that up. You know, it's totally up to you if you do the background first. We could have done the outline first, but we're doing this. Okay, so we're going to go over here. I see a bum in the corner. It's a V. We can call it a V if you're offended by bum. Okay, there we go. All right, and even if you're a little off, I was a little off on that one, it still looks good, I think. Okay, so then over here, we're going to come over here and line up this one. I actually think it's easier to stamp your outline first and then go over top with your background color. But you practice this and try what you like. Okay, this one here, we're going to pull in, and this is the smaller one. Hi, France. Yes, France is coming to my class today. Yay! I'm so excited to see you. It's always lovely to gather together in person when we can. And today's the day. Okay, so we're stamping this one. Again, we got a little bump. We got big bums and little bums over here. No judgment. Okay, so I'm feeling very giddy today. Probably because I'm gonna get to see my friends. Okay, so now up here, we got the bum is off of there. You can see actually when I stamped it, right? So we're gonna line up the 3 bumps down here at the bottom. So let's do that and stamp off. And there we go. Oh, we got one more down the bottom here that I missed. Let's see, let's turn this. And then remember yesterday I was talking about this little image, part of the image here is like a lobster claw. Well, we're just gonna line that up. Oh my gosh, I love it, you guys, I love it. Okay, so we got flowers on here and I got ink all over my fingers. It's not a fun day unless you got inky fingers, right? So let's just quickly clean up the Glass Mat Studio. And I don't have a paper towel, but you know what? I'm going to use my shirt. Shh, I'm being really bad here today. I'm going to use my shirt and wipe that moisture off. It's a good idea to have some paper towel if you're going to use baby wipes. And my chamois cloth is up soaking in the sink. I forgot to clean it, so I forgot to bring it in today. Okay, we're going to bring back the grid paper, and we're going to stamp the leaf. Let's stamp off the leaf. And we'll come in here wherever we can fit it and add some of that Granny Apple Green. Now, where can I fit another leaf? Can I fit one? It's kind of a big image, isn't it? But you know what? Maybe we can fit one right here. Like that. Okay. Can I fit one more? I think I can. I think I can. Let's put another one right in here. Now you guys know I teach techniques all the time. I love techniques. Masking would be very good as well, because you could, you know, put these leaves towards the back of your flowers, right? We're just gonna put one off to the side right there. Then this one has an accent. We're gonna use this accent with Granny Apple Green, and this is gonna be right off the ink pad here. Okay, so we're just gonna hover over. And you see that's a light granny apple green in the background and then dark or full strength granny apple green on top. Let's come around and do this. Now you could do a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 and chop it up and do your card that way if you wanted to. Totally up to you. I'm gonna leave mine like this for now. Let's wipe that off. And this is going to be, you guessed it, this is gonna be the front of my card. Let's wipe this again, my poor purple shirt. Oh boy, I'm being bad today. All right, so we're gonna put that on the front of our Melon Mambo card base. Look at that, oh, no, we're not. We're gonna do something special. How do we make this specialty? We've done our own designer series paper, and I know, Marie, you're probably saying RSP, right? So designer, rose, SP, series paper. So it's RSP. We made some RSP, but we're gonna make this a specialty RSP today. We're gonna bring in, when you buy the suite, you can buy it separately, but it's better to get it all together, and then you will have everything you need for a happy stamping experience. We're going to bring in the folder. This is called Beautiful Pattern Embossing Folder. It's 3D, and it is absolutely stunning. We're going to open this, and we're going to take our stamped piece. We're going to put it face down. I want those bumps to come out of my page, right? So you want to take it, and we're going to put it face down. Look at all that ink that was on the glass mat. It's on the back. It's okay. We're going to line that up with the line right where the black logo is and close it up. Close it up. There we go. Gently. Yep. Okay. Hold it firm so it doesn't move. Bring in your machine and your platform number 1. You're going to need platform number 1 to do this. For a 3D folder, you need your gray number 4 plates. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put that platform over the folder with the cardstock, and I'm still keeping pressure on it so it doesn't move. It's lined up with that line, so I'm happy. Or this line up here. So then we put it all together like a sandwich, hold it firm, and we're going to roll it through. I keep my thumb on there, and then I swing my fingers over top until it catches those wheels, and then we can remove it. And let's see what we've got. Okay, so let's see here. Woo. See that, Jen? I told you everybody loved you, and we all miss you. Hi, Maggie. Oh, so good to see you. All right, I'm going to show you this. Look at this texture. I'm holding it close so that hopefully the light will pick it up, and you can see that subtle, beautiful texture on the cardstock from embossing it. I think this is a game changer when you do this. It just takes your card up a notch with that beautiful texture. Okay, so this is going to go. Now we're going to put this on the front of our card like this. Look at that. I mean, how much prettier can we get, right? Okay, so let's add our glue to the back of this one and put it on the front like that. So pretty. Now, you guys know my favorite color combo is Melon Mambo, basic black and white. I think those 3 colors, they need to marry one another. They're so beautiful together. So we are going to be using the Words of Beauty bundle. Okay, so Words of Beauty, this is included in the suite. When you buy the suite, you're going to get this bundle, and you're also going to get Petals of Beauty, which is this bundle right here. Okay, so we've used the flowers from the stamps. We are going to now use the stamps and dies from Words of Beauty. Okay, so I'm going to show you on with the dies. We're going to use the dies. So the word because is in here. I know it's backwards, but if I turn this around, you can kind of see that it's because. And let me bring the stamps in, the stamp set. So we have a because like that. We have a big because. I'm like, why do we have 3 because and 3 just? And I want to explain that to you, why we have 3. Okay, so we have this one, which is the same as our stamp. So if I hold it over that, you'll see. So if you stamp the word because in Melon Mambo or whatever color, you can lay that over top and run it through your machine. Okay, so if you want a cutout of your stamped image, you use this because. The other 2 because, they go together too. just because. Okay, so this is the background, okay? So what I've done is I cut out that one with, yes, you guessed it, basic black. So there's my because. Then our third because is this one, and it's a detailed, more tinier font. So I went ahead and I cut that one out of basic white, okay? So I wanted to explain that, why we have 3 different because dies in this set. This set also has 3 different, I called them hexagons yesterday, but then I counted up the sides. There's actually 8 sides on these things, so that would make them octagons, wouldn't it? Okay, so I'm going to take these 2 pieces and we're going to glue them together, but not without my silicone mat, right? So we're going to bring in the silicone mat and we're going to lay them down. And actually just the white one upside down. We're going to add our glue to this. Now you could use an adhesive sheet if you want to. Adhesive sheets make your die cuts into stickers, and they are super helpful and super handy. They're double-sided sheets, and they will cut through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then basically you create a sticker with any die cut that you have. So I'm just adding some liquid glue on here and on my silicone mat. I'm going to let that marinate for a second because I want to do something else. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to let it partially dry, and then when I pick it up, it won't be as messy and it won't be as goopy, and it'll be a little bit easier to handle because we're going to layer that on top of the black one, okay? So what I'm going to do now is bring in the long die. So when you get your kit, you'll have one of these long dies, the octagon, and we're going to stamp on here. So the stamp set is so versatile. You're going to be able to say pretty much anything you want, right, with this one. So we're going to say because, and I want to use the long image. So that means I can lay this over any of these greetings and see how they fit, right? Because you're a great friend, because I appreciate you, because it's your birthday. I mean, we all need birthday cards, right? So it's your birthday, and we're going to bring in my Melon Mambo. And we're going to ink that up with It's Your Birthday. I could make a ton of birthday cards. We all need birthday cards, right? It's your birthday. Stamp that right on top of there. Use your silicone mat as a background so you can see. And then, boom, we got that done. Okay, so then while that's still drying a little bit, I'm going to grab a white piece from my inside of my card, because no card is complete if we don't do the inside piece, right? And do I have a white piece? I think I might need to trim one. Okay, let's see. I've got a little piece of scrap right here. But you know what? I'm not going to cut this into an inside piece because I think it's a 4-inch. Yeah, it's a 4-inch. I'm just going to trim it to be 4 by 5.25, and that's going to be for another card. Okay. Let me show you, because a lot of people ask me this question. They're like, how do you cut your paper for those insides, right? Because I get 8 insides out of a sheet. So let me show you how I do that. I take a single sheet of white cardstock. I cut it down the long side at 4.25. That's half of 8.5, right? So cut it like that. Take those 2 pieces, stack them together, because this machine, this trimmer, is strong enough to cut through 2 layers at a time. We're going to turn it. We're going to come in from the side, and we're going to cut at 2 3/4. So that's 2 3/4. Now we got 4. Line it up at the 2 3/4. Now we got 6, and we got 8. 8 insides out of 1 piece of cardstock. Okay, so we're going to use that. Let's stamp the inside. So we're saying because it's your birthday, how about we say you've been on my mind, right? You've been on my mind. I love that. I mean, I think I could send everybody a card that says you've been on my mind. So I'm going to stamp this. Let's line up the white here with I like to line it up with the lines on my Glass Mat Studio in the background, and stamp it in the middle. There we go. And it's kind of boring to not have anything on the inside piece, so let's do a little stamping on the inside. I've got the stamps already, so let's grab my Melon Mambo. This time I'm going to do it the opposite. I think I like the opposite way better, where I do the full strength first, Okay, like that. And then I'll bring in the background, like I'm going to fill in the background. So to do that, you need to bring back my grid paper, and we're going to stamp full strength, but then we're going to stamp off first, get off that excess ink. We want a lighter image. You can double stamp off if you wanted a really light image, but once is enough for me. And now I'm lining up the bum. I had to say it again. Sorry, guys. There it is. Oh, yeah. See? There's that lighter pink. Now, can you believe that that was all stamped using one color of ink pad, right? And you could do this with any of your colors. You could do this with Gorgeous Grape. I actually thought about doing that because I put my purple shirt on. But no, I was like, no, I'm doing Mel Mambo. It's my favorite. Okay, so let's add our glue to this piece, and we'll put that on the inside of this card. I love it. Love it. Love the texture of that embossing folder. Okay, so here we go. We're putting this inside. Super fun, super pretty. And then now I'm going to go back to my because. So now I still don't want to touch it because I know that the glue might be still a little bit wet. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to pick it up. Then I'll hold on to the edges ever so slightly. And then we're just going to, let's take this out of my hand. I did get my finger on it. Okay, let's line up the B first. Anchor one letter down at a time and just go across, just like you're writing cursive, but we're not. We're sticking cursive together. Okay, so there's our because. Okay, so we're going to put this on the front of the card. I think it should go on dimensionals. What do you think? And this is big. Like this die cut is big enough. We can use our regular size dimensionals. So put one there, and maybe two more. If you have dimensional strips, you could use those, the foam strips. I'm just going to use my regular dimensionals here. Peel off the backing, and we'll put this onto the card. Because, oh, and look at the black. Look how that just like, oh my gosh, it looks so sharp with those bright colors. You could choose any bright colors you want, and this would look fantastic. Okay, so because it's your birthday, I think this needs to go popped up too. So let's grab 3 dimensionals and pop this one up. So one on each end and then one in the middle. Okay, press them down and lift off your backing. All right, so now we're going to put this right underneath. Because it's your birthday, I made special designer series paper for you. Oh, so pretty. Now, let's bring in the gems. So the gems, of course, coordinate with the designer series papers. So we've got our Clips of Coral and our basic beige, but look what we've got. We've got white. White, I love seeing white gems because they're not called gems, they're called Pearls of Beauty. And I love seeing white because you can actually color them if you want to. You can color them any color of blend. I'm going to leave mine white and see how that looks. And put them in, oh yeah, look at that. In the center of these big flowers. So I'm going to put one there, one there. You don't have to use all big ones. Let's use some different sizes. Let's use a couple of small ones like that. OMG. You can make your own designer series paper, any color you want. Run it through the folder. I have an extra one here. Let me hold that up again and see that texture. It kind of looks like, a quilting technique. Yes, that's what I'm looking for, a quilting technique. There we have it. Because it's your birthday, I made a bright and cheerful card for you. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So good to see you all with me. I hope you like this card. Stephen says, learning new techniques from more experienced demonstrators. Yeah, absolutely, Stephen. We all had to learn. And, oh my gosh, I'm reading all your comments quickly here. I will come back and read them. But let me flip you back around. There are so many techniques. You know, I've been a demonstrator 23 years, and I am still learning. Every day, I'm always like amazed with the new things that people come up with stamps, ink, paper. Like there's so many techniques, and I run a technique club every month. I've been doing it for many, many years. I think in my first year, maybe at the end of my first year, that's when I started my first technique club, and it's still going strong. Sometimes we go back and revisit some techniques, but we're using new products, right? Because Stampin' Up! With all these new catalogs and new products, we always have something new to play with and new to share. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you like this card. It's my favorite color combo, and I'm super excited about how this turned out, and I hope you'll try it. I want to try and make this card with like all of the in colors. I'm looking at my ink pads. I think Timid Tiger, Strawberry Slush, Peach Pie, Gorgeous Grape, as I mentioned. You could even do this in the blues, right? Like Coastal Cabana. That looks super sharp with basic black as well. So have a fun time with this technique, and I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for my next video at 9 a.m. Bye for now.